Hello, and welcome to paranormal-saturday.com. The topic of today's show, the knockers. Ever heard of them? Better yet, have you ever been disturbed by them? There's a high probability that you have if the following has ever occurred to you. Number 1, you're sleeping at night, usually between the hours of 10 p.m. and 5 a.m., when suddenly you hear a loud knock or a series of knocks on your front door. Or your bedroom door, closet door, or any door. Either way, you're awakened by a loud, usually violent, aggressive sounding knock. But once awake, the knocking stops. It always stops once you're awake, laying there in bed, which leaves you wondering, did someone or something really knock on a door or a wall, or was I just imagining things?
Probably just imagining things, boss.
Fine, so you convince yourself that you were just imagining, or maybe even dreamed it, and you fall back asleep. But then it happens again and again and again. These violent, loud, aggressive knocking sounds that always pull you out of your sleep. But once fully awake, nothing is ever there. And soon these knocking sounds can even occur when not fully asleep, as in a half-sleep, half-awake days.
Then what?
At that point, is it still your imagination, or is it the knocker? The knocker.
The knocker.
What exactly are the knockers, boss?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out, small pint. For it seems this phenomena is beginning to affect more and more people, and was even highlighted in that movie Paranormal Activity. And in my opinion, probably one of the most realistic scenes in that whole series. I mean, think about it, folks. Why did they feel the need to inject that scene into the movie? Obviously, it has occurred to others, or scene would have never been thought up. But in the babysitter's case, it was more of a pop, which I also attribute to the knockers.
Well, boss, are the knockers good? Are they evil? I mean, what do they get out of waking people up like that?
Harassment. That's what they get out of it, Mr. Small Pint and audience. Harassment. And that the one thing demons, regardless of class, do enjoy, and that is harassing humans in any way, shape, or form that they can. And they very well can't harass you if you're asleep. Kind of like gremlins, you could say. I mean, what else are they put down here on Earth to do, other than to harass?
Oh yeah, boss, could you explain funny spirits again?
Why, most certainly, my twinkle-toed assistant.
Funny spirits are a particularly ravenous form of class of demons, in that your worst enemy will smile at you while all the time tormenting you. And the sole aim of funny spirits is to flip upside down everything you hold to be true and of value. Their sole purpose is to challenge your notion of sanity, normality, and to flip it all upside down, thus driving you mad, if you have a weak mind. And many do. Is why so many are mentally ill these days and taking medications for it. Small Pint, what are you doing?
Boss, I thought you said you wanted your medication.
It's not what I say. Now step aside, man. Good googly moogly. Ladies and gentlemen, if funny spirits, if they can flip your sense of reality upside down, then they have won. And do win in many cases.
Well, so what can people do to protect themselves from these funny spirits, boss?
Not much, other than to realize the next time you're awakened by a loud knocking sound or loud popping sound, and no one's there, then more than likely you're being harassed by a deviant spirit or spirits. All you can do is acknowledge it and go back to sleep. But if act scared and or look fearful, well, they feed off of that, and thus the intensity of their antics will heighten and only get worse. Also, if indeed this has occurred to you, then please do reach out to paranormal-saturday.com and let me interview you so can add the interview to the rotation of shows. And or just leave a comment below.
Boss, before we end this segment, which is more dangerous, a funny spirit or a non-funny spirit?
Ah, a question only someone with autism would ask. Answer: they're both dangerous. but use different tactics or weapons to assault mankind's sensibilities. Non-funny spirits, as you put it, usually try to do things that affect us in a physical way, as in using others to commit violence, using others to commit fraud, using others or even animals to cause vehicle accidents, as in a deer stepping in front of the road and suddenly you veering out of the way and then smashing into a tree. They also work through politics, cults, and even religions to affect a broader human base. Whereas funny spirits tend to be more specialized in going after the mind, going after the individual mind to create chaos within our own individual mental facilities. Like a virus affecting a cell, you could say. In that once a virus hijacks a cell, it tricks cells' biomachinery into doing the virus's bidding. Thus, the cell becomes an unwitting partner in darkness, mayhem, and deceit. And when humans succumb to the vices of funny spirits, they're used in the same way. Don't let that be you, folks. Do not let that be you. And with that, we're just plumb bob out of time.
Darn, Buzz, I was just getting into this.
Join us on our station, paranormal-saturday.com. Shows air 24/7 around the clock. And or add your own show to the rotation for free. And with that, be safe out there and sleep tight tonight.
Well, how can I, now that I know funny spirits are out there lurking?
Small Bite, you're autistic. As such, I think you're immune to funny spirits.
Huh?
Never mind. And that's a wrap, folks. See you next time.
Buzz, do you still think I'm fat?
Shut up. Show's over.
But do you still think I'm fat?
Sometimes I think you're a funny spirit, Small Bite. That's what I think sometimes. Now hush.